Jimmy Armijo Grover here with Gallatin River Guides, and for this video we're going to be tying a lightning bug pattern. Lightning bug is a fairly simple pattern, and this is kind of a dumbed down version. We're not tying in a wing case, we don't have any legs tied in. I'm a huge fan of simple flies that are easy to tie and catch fish. And this is one of those patterns. And I am also sharing with you a color combination that I like really well in this area, Gallatin and Madison. This color combination has treated me very well. So just getting my thread started behind the bead, and with the traditional bead head I really like to build up the thread behind the bead so it doesn't kind of bounce around and we start to fill in that gap behind the bead. You also see that I chose an oversized bead. Don't necessarily have to do that. That just is adding some weight to this particular pattern. I do like it with the neck size down bead as well. I like how that look, but just kind of depends on how fast you need it to sink. For the tight line nymphers, an oversized bead could be quite beneficial though. Tied in the pheasant tail fibers, which are about half the length of the shank or so, and then wrap those up to the bead where I tie in my blue wire. Just lock that in, take it all the way back to the rear where I tied in my tail, and then you can secure the silver holographic tinsel, and then take my thread up to the bead more or less, and then we're just going to wrap that holographic tinsel forward, covering the thread body. I often leave a little bit of thread visible on the back end of my flies. I'm guessing some people may consider that lazy. I think it's a choice that I make, and in this particular case, because we're using red thread, it adds a little bit more of a hot spot to the fly. We do definitely want to counter wrap this wire on the holographic tinsel. Holographic tinsel is pretty fragile and can be cut fairly easily. I actually earned my nickname Loose Wraps about 16 years ago when I first started working at Gallatin River Guides tying lightning bugs for the shop, and I didn't realize that I needed to add a wire rib, and my lightning bugs were falling apart in the beginning, so don't do that. So now I've tied off my wire, and I'm adding some dub here, Scud dub, and really like this color, this light shade Scud dub, and then I'm just going to create a ball behind the bead, and often that thorax or ball of dubbing is similar in size to the bead itself. And then I'm just going to build up a thread collar here behind the bead. You can tie it off. Adding some head cement is a good idea. Notice that dubbing is pretty buggy. I like that, and actually usually by the end of the day, if tying this fly, if I've caught a few fish, it almost looks more like a soft tackle because those fibers have worked their way out and have swept back, and I think it almost fishes better when it looks like that. So give it a try. Also works in other color combinations, but that is one that I like in particular. Happy tying.